Waddle. Great strike by Tagovailoa.
Pressure coming. Intercepted in the end zone.
Hey Dolphins, my name is Kimberly Bell, aka Kimmy B, and you're watching Dolphins Today, coming to you from Baptist Health Studios here in Miami Gardens. Now we've got a lot to unpack in today's episode, so let's get to it. Starting with the Combine. The Miami Dolphins have joined the rest of the NFL in Indianapolis for this year's Scouting Combine, where collegiate prospects will be put through physical and mental exams in front of coaches, general managers, and scouts. Now the first of Miami's 8 draft picks in this year's draft will be the 29th overall selection, which was acquired in a trade with the 49ers a year ago. San Fran and Miami will also swap third-rounders in honor of the deal. Among others, Scouting Combine evaluations include a 20-yard shuttle, bench press, and that notorious 40-yard dash, all of which are key to identifying a team's next potential star. Now, Coach Mike McDaniel is in attendance for this year's Draft Combine. He discussed his ongoing transition as a first-time head coach while overseeing the draft process for the first time.
Really bearing witness to a lot of peers that have held this job in their first year being rookie head coaches. I kind of had an idea to expect the unexpected and to have an ever-evolving checklist that you're never going to finish. Because I was prepared for that, really, then it's just applying what you've done at each stage in your career to a more expansive role.
So Indianapolis isn't the only city hosting a combine this week. The Dolphins Business Combine took place in Fort Lauderdale. Now, Dolphins players got the opportunity to set themselves up for life after football by connecting with real estate investors, business owners, and some former NFL stars such as Julius Thomas, Justin Forsett, and Justin Tuck. Now, the week-long event was kicked off by our head coach, Mike McDaniel, and concluded with the players competing against each other by pitching their business ideas to a panel. You know, we're getting that Shark Tank action in. Now, thank you to all the players who participated and made this unique event something special. You can tune in next week for an in-depth look inside the entire event. So this week, Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa turned 24 years old. Now our young signal caller is coming off his second year as a pro, during which he ranked 7th among qualified QBs in completion percentage. Very impressive, while helping Miami notch consecutive winning seasons. Even more impressive, right? Now, to show birthday love to Tua, we wanted you fans to enjoy a look at some of the top plays of his young career. So here you go.
On 3rd and goal to the end zone. Touchdown. First NFL touchdown pass for Tua.
And you see him with the ball. Tua keeps, throws, end zone. Did he hang on? Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Tua takes it, and no signal yet. Touchdown, Miami.
Tua eluding the pressure and going deep down the sideline. He has a man open and he's got it. 10-5, and pushed out of bounds is Matt Holland. No, he's ruled a touchdown.
All right, so next up, Dolphins, we want to circle back to some Scouting Combine updates. We've got our very own Travis Wingfield on the ground gathering news and forming analysis as the Dolphins prepare for yet another draft. So let's check out what Travis has been up to right here. Hey, Trav, how's it looking?
Thanks, Kim. So we're here in Indianapolis. Mike McDaniel on Wednesday finished up his press conference where he continues to dazzle both national and local writers alike with his phraseology and just talking about overall philosophy of the Miami Dolphins. One topic he touched on was the running back position. Asked about the importance of that position, he said, well, that group touches the ball either 1/3 or sometimes half of your overall offensive plays in a given season. He talked about that, and we picked up that conversation with a few media members here on Radio Row, talking to Jordan Reed of ESPN, who just published an article about best fits per team on ESPN.com, and he mentioned Michigan State's Kenneth Walker. Now, Emory Hunt gave us a list of players from the first round all the way through the possible undrafted list as he covers players from the HBCU Combine, the NFLPA Bowl, and everything in between. Plenty of content there with those guys, both on the YouTube channel as well as the Drive Time podcast. So keep an eye out for that on both YouTube and Drive Time, as well as the rest of coverage this week here at the Scouting Combine. From Indianapolis, I'm Travis Wingfield. Back to you, Kim.
All right, so before we let you go, let's dive into the fish tank for a bit. Prior to stopping by the draft combine, Travis got to dive in with Seth Levitt and OJ McDuffie to discuss his path from the Pacific Northwest to South Florida, where he joined the Dolphins as a team analyst and host of the Drive Time podcast. Now, Travis shared some of his story with the Fish Tank, so Dolphins fans, how about we enjoy an excerpt from his appearance?
First Dolphins-centric gig was writing for perfectville.com. They did the podcast, and Sam decided he wanted to have a person come write for the website, and he was like, do you want to come write for us? And I was like, yeah, I do. And I was stuck in traffic listening to the Perfectville podcast, and I found myself disagreeing with their points and getting upset and arguing with them in my car by myself on the 405.
At a radio that can't hear you. Okay.
Yes. So I was like, I can do this. And I love Sam and Chris, but I was like, I can do this. This is in my blood. I've been listening to sports talk radio since I was, keeping the stats and stuff. So me and I had a buddy who I knew through a message board, and I said, hey, do you want to do this podcast where it's more about, guess what, X's and O's? And we call it the Finalysis podcast. And we just broke down the film, was the only part of the podcast we did. And then from there, that ran its course, and then Locked On Dolphins came calling. And basically, I'll never forget my first call with David Locke. He said, I have this podcast network. We're just starting up. Right now it's nothing. He goes, I can maybe pay for you to take a nice vacation somewhere. Maybe. That's what I can pay for you for a whole year of salary. It was a passion project. So I was doing it at night when I was working full time. And it just, every single week, continued to grow and grow.
Well, you know what they say, time flies when you're having fun, and that is officially a wrap for Dolphins Today from Baptist Health Studios. We'll see you on Tuesday. Go Fins.